Welcome back to the channel, Space Cadets. Leader of the Cosmic Armada, Wolf Nara, back to bring you another, you know what I'm saying? One Piece live reaction. And today we got One Piece, I think it's 1191. I know we ain't at 1200 yet. You know what I mean? But today, give me a second here about. We gotta make sure the proportions is good for you. But today we have, chapter 1191. Bro, this cover page is fire. Cover page is fire. You got Brooke, you know what I'm saying? You already know Brooke singing lead. You feel me? It's Brooke and the Temptations, bro. No, nobody coming to see you, Usopp. Feel me? I'm just saying, bro. You got Nami on the DJ. Hold on, Nami, turn right now. He turned right now. She held on. We at the record store. Okay, Zoro's getting drunk. Uncle Jinbei with the fro. Disco is crazy. Hey, then all the men in the crew got a fro besides Zoro. Hey man, Zoro, he definitely said, "Hey man, we not rocking the fro. We not rocking that fro." Oh, they even got the little glasses too. They said, "Yeah, we got you, Brooke. We gonna see him back up. G. It's definitely Brooke in the straw hats, bro." So even the wolf from Sky P is there. Even the wolf from Sky P is there. And that's hilarious. How did the wolf make it? What is this recording? What is this vetting process? Hey, we got Chopper on the timbre. Oh, okay, man. Okay. Robin is just there vibing. Soul never ages. Yeah, that's fire. I can't even lie to you. I'm liking it. Okay, so one thing I don't like doing is seeing the page itself, like the double page. I don't really like that. Okay. Yeah, Luffy breathing hard. Man's out here on his knees. Am I still alive? If I go out of this form, it's gonna be bad news. Hey, old man. Oh man. Damn it, he got my arm. Sorry, it's only because you were defending me. Don't be stupid. I've lost my hope in you. I was fighting for Elbaph's sake. I lost my hope in you. Hey man, he said, man, Shanks pulled up, told me to decide if I'm gonna put my hope in you. I tried. You a fraud. I ain't fucking with it, man. You reminded me of Roger for a second. And then you did that bullshit. Roger would never pick that nigga up by his collar. Hey, get your bitch ass out. Bro, this man go bond, bro. This man go bond, bro. It's the truth. I guess we can't let things end this way. Oh man, who is he? Who is he? It's not something anyone ought to know. Luffy goes silent. And it's crazy because I was talking in Jay's Discord. No, I was talking on Laz's stream, right? Commodore Laz, you know, that's how broski. But I was talking on Laz's stream, and I was telling him that Luffy has to essentially lose this fight because it's gonna make him, for the first time in the story, pay attention to someone's past, because that's is what's gonna prepare him to want to get stronger outside of obviously losing, but it'll essentially be our bridge into learning about the Void Sentry at the end of the arc. But the fact that he's essentially kind of doing the building blocks now in regards to older, so maybe we will actually get that, and it may be a lot more possible that may be the case in that regard, right? So if I had to call him anything, it'll be God. Okay. Man, the hockey is reaching and knocking out the animals. True of the Pirate King. I failed to foresee what would become of those dear children at God Valley. Okay, now is Imu? I don't know how I feel about Imu getting injured, but yeah, he took an arm, but it's like this man's on his back reflecting. I should have eliminated all of it along with rocks. on that day years ago. Did this nigga just go into a hybrid form? Boom. And then he, with the Conqueror's Hockey in flames. Our library somewhere. Rear entrance tunnel. That's what we get Chopper talking about. Oh, I'm so glad all the books are fine. Then nigga read. Where's the lore? Aren't you a doctor? You can read and understand medical books. You can't read books from the library. Alright. Yes, Biplo saved them all. So here's the thing, Chopper. I was hoping you could talk to Biplo for us. It seems like he's trying to tell us something, but I can't tell what it is. Really? I just assumed Biplo was a silent owl. Hey, my nigga, hey, Biplo is one of my favorite things about this art. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of the Winnie the Pooh thing. Maybe because he's a librarian. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. But I've been loving Biplo. Biplo, he's just that, you know what I'm saying? That old head in the background watching the youngins. You feel me? He's just the old head in the background, bro. He letting them do what they do. You feel me? As long as y'all don't touch his books, you feel me? Who? Huh? Ooh, Imu is taking out giants. Yeah, he took off his arm. Okay, so we have a actual double page spread. So, okay. An impressive feat to escape Honebami's wrath at the cost of only one arm. Hey, you're stepping on my line. I couldn't just let you get off free after an attack like that. I give you a round of applause, but you know, there'll be nothing left of thee after the next. Is that him? He looks different. Take your people and get off Elbaph now, Straw Hat. Bro, even Gabon kind of like knows the situation at hand. At least the bare bones of it. Because it's impossible to fit 100 years of information on that one tablet, unless it's just like we get to the last island or Lodestar, whatever you want to call it. Well, we get to the can't even think of the island right now. See, I know. Let me drink my coffee. Okay, so we get the Laugh Tail, right? And instead of it just being one poneglyph that's represented, right? We get like a bunch of different poneglyphs, right, being represented. And then that way, we'll be able to get the full thing of the voice entry. Rather than them just reading along one little poneglyph. Because Robin read, like, for example, the entire poneglyph of Skypiea, never let us know what it actually says, like in regards to verbatim. So I would really love to see like it being either like a huge poneglyph in regards to maybe like putting like 10 poneglyphs together to make this one huge poneglyph. But nonetheless, okay. Gabon really understands where Luffy's coming from and really gave him the path like, yeah, bro, just get your people up. You know that I can't do that. You're a dead man walking here. You're useless. So are you? So are you. You can't fight like that. Honebami. You can't do it. Run. Oh man, guy. Gunneer. Hajrudjin. Hajrudjin countering somebody because it's just, ooh, this man's bleeding. He ain't never rock Imu, bro. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying. After this one right here, man, Hajrudjin's the leader of the Straw Hat Fleet, man. He the leader now. Bartho might be gone. Hajrudjin gotta take his spot, man. Hajrudjin is pulling up rocking the villain of the series in the hybrid form. I'm just Hajrudjin versus Roach, no competition. Hajrudjin's the new supernova. Apu, no competition. No, Apu Papa gonna cook Hajrudjin. His body too big. Chicken, ow! I'm just saying, he's gonna get turned on a nigga. Start Diddy bopping for. I don't know, dude. So he rocks Imu. Imu is still countering this nigga. So it seems like you only getting the hit on Imu if you snake him, basically. So essentially, his hockey, his observation. So wouldn't that mean his observation hockey's ass? Sends him flying. The Yahoo Wee straight goofy movie. Hold on. And then he blows him up as the counter, bro. Folks, it's flying away still. Bro, this is the Dragon Ball Z Key Blast, bro. You never get me with that one again. He blocks it with the guard. Okay, Hajrudjin. Hold on. That was a double play. Right, we gotta see the thingy. He rocks that nigga. Bow. Click. Shoots 3 of them at him. He blows up, but he hits the mountain, but he blocks it. You never get me with that one again. Mr. Ya, how can this be? He took off your arm. Thanks for the help, Hajrudjin. But he's immortal. There's no way to win. That was Straw Hat Luffy escape. Bro. That nigga broke his shield, bro. And I'm just loving this sequence right now. Like, because I wanted to see the Straw Hat Grandfleet in action for a really long time. And I didn't want to just see them in action on their own. That would have been fine. But I wanted to see them in action along with the crew. And so since we're not getting the full fleet because it's not time for the Throne Wars itself yet, and I think the Throne Wars may represent not only like the throne of the Pirate King, but it could also represent the throne of Imu, and because Blackbeard may take it before the end of the story, because that'll essentially make Rock's story come full circle after what we see. You know, Oda likes to be symbolic with the next generation and allow them to not only tread upon the previous path of the person they're reminiscent of, but they also like to allow them to come full circle and necessarily surpass their predecessor, right? And so that'll essentially be Blackbeard's way of surpassing them. And so at that point, the Throne Wars will not only be that and the Pirate King, but we could potentially see the Throne Wars also include Koby versus whoever the fleet admiral is to some degree. So that way he'll be able to achieve his dream. Because Koby's obviously not going to be one of the he's going to be one of the key figures, but he's not one of the people we see a ton of in One Piece. We see him in bits and spurts. But with the Galaxy Impact scene, we see how that's represented through Garp and how he's essentially treading upon the same type of path Garp is on. However, with his own moral compass, just like how we see with Blackbeard and how we see with Luffy and Roger as well. Now, with Koby, once we seen the Galaxy Impact moment, it allowed us to see where he is strength-wise, at least hockey-wise, I should say. And although we're at near the end point of the story, it also could be a factor of the Marines themselves having some sort of internal conflict. Maybe it is Sword that causes that situation to happen, in which we can all see based on the people who's in Garp's crew and how they love Koby, that they would essentially vote Koby to be the newest one because of his good heart and his sense of justice. You know, to protect everyone, not just the citizens, but the Marines and the pirates as well. He doesn't feel that senseless bloodshed on any faction behalf should be something that we should be cheering for. And so I really think that makes that scene at Marineford that much more powerful when we have the aspect of the Throne Wars coming into play, because it is essentially someone who has no power going up against someone who has all of the power, right? However, in this case, this will also have like a duality with the D clan, where we see how Blackbeard and Luffy represents the D, however, in divergent paths. Now, with the Davy clan situation, we can say that Blackbeard goes more towards that route, and Luffy go more towards the Joybird route. That's fine. However, they still represent the same initial itself in two different paths for that initial. And so that we can get that with Koby, we can get that with we got that with Rocks and Blackbeard in regards to the way they go about doing things, where Rocks will use brute force to take everything he wants straightforward, really showing not only how confident he is, but his strength as well, while Blackbeard shows his calculative nature. He doesn't show his confidence unless he's run the numbers in order to make sure he can succeed. And then we have the aspect of Blackbeard leading to sheer strength and freedom. And that's something that we have with Rocks as well. And that's why Blackbeard ruling over Hochinosu Island, Rock's previous domain, also represents that Blackbeard is taking up the mantle of his father. And I also love how the misconception of information through how he viewed the death of Rocks as a child culminated into him never truly trusting Whitebeard and trying to obtain the fruit in order to succeed his father in what he wanted to accomplish. But nonetheless, Strawhead, hey, stay out of this. Nigga said, nigga, I'm the captain. I'm not running the race. Listen to me, boy. What can you do with those injuries? I'm healing my wounds, huh? I'm healing up my wounds right now. What nonsense are you talking? I made sure to fight on a full stomach. Don't worry, I can do this. That's not real logic. You can't keep fighting. It's clear. Oh, bombs. Did this nigga just grow fat? Oh, what the fuck are we doing here? I get this is Looney Tunes and shit now, but come on now. Hold up, bro. Are you trolling us, bro? Like, come on now, bro. Here he comes. Pull back up so we can come up with a plan, Hajrudjin. Remember, Mr. Ya, Elbaph will never give in. Our words always prepared to die in glorious battle. They'll be stupid. You will die. Hey, man. He said, my captain said he not running, I ain't running, gang. But if I die, there's still Loki. That's right, brother. Loki? Bro, that's right, brother. And I love that dynamic, bro. Oh my, that one thing, that one dialogue box of acceptance from Loki, bro. It's so amazing, bro, because it's like he really think about Loki not liking Hajrudjin as a child was essentially because of the mother that he had and love that he was given. But when they was essentially doing a part of the same family, Hajrudjin Loki essentially was bullying Hajrudjin in order to make him strong. And it's unfortunately that's his twisted way of love, because he was never truly experienced love to that point. But it was never like him bullying him for succession, or he think he deserved to be king or anything like. No, it was never that. It was always because you can see by the dialogue that he wanted Hajrudjin to be strong, right? And then in terms of Hajrudjin fighting Loki all the time, essentially being less than half the size of Loki all the time, we have the aspect of Hajrudjin being a lot stronger than the other giant children who was bred to come up upon the ideals of peace rather than war, which made Hajrudjin then continue to want to see the world go out, and from Elbaph to Dressrosa, which is a number of islands in between, with his newly created crew of giants, which is like 3 to 5 people or some shit like that, to explore the sea and eventually bring back and want to bring back Dory and Bragi, right? And supersede the previous generation of giants. And I love how all of that is coming into play now in regards to the way we see Hajrudjin's backstory and how he interacts with his older brother, how his older brother plays into the bigger scheme of things, and how ultimately that allows Hajrudjin to become his own man. And then instead of choosing to want to become king or choosing to want to become the right hand of his brother, he chose to become the right hand of another man he respects, who doesn't see who doesn't see the difference between people and treat everyone like the same. And that really makes me enjoy Hajrudjin. You feel me? But if I die, there's still Loki. That's right, brother. Loki, square up. He said, square up. Throw them bitches. Hey, is he breathing shit in? Look, I'm all better too. What you talking about? All you do is get fat. What's wrong with these guys? Gum. Triple General. Triple General? Triple General? They say nah, G. Luffy got the strength of a giant now, G. Truly. Strength of a Yonko now, G. Triple General. Goku sovereignty. Bro, nah. Hey man. Shout out Big Mom. Shout out Kaido. This is that moment where Luffy becomes Emperor level. To me. Because you could say he was an Emperor level, he beat Kaido, but it was just so many stipulations to that, and that it wasn't done properly. Honestly, Luffy's like fights in regards to his scaling at the end of them has not been done properly since Katakuri. But I think that's another topic for another day. Right. But anyway, that's really all I got for this One Piece live reaction. I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts that I gave on this chapter. What you guys think about this chapter? You feel me? But besides that, again, it's Leader of the Cosmic Armada. Signing off.